I want to talk to you today about centering yourself and balancing yourself. In the Western world, we are taught that we should be doing all the time, that achieving and doing and going at this very fast pace is what success is. But it comes at such a cost. And it doesn't mean that we have to settle for less, but simplifying our lives and creating the foundation of nurturing ourselves and centering and balancing ourselves, especially as women. This is actually going to fill you with life force energy, fill you to that overflowing place so that you can have the energy to give to the projects and relationships, businesses, things that you do want to create. But it comes from a much more peaceful place rather than running on empty and running from a place of need, a place that is often coming from a place of feeling like lack. I lack something, so I need to make something happen. I need to strive. I need to get. I need to achieve. And that comes from a deeper place of a fear of not being good enough, a fear of being abandoned and alone. We often, and this is very, often very unconscious, subconscious beliefs that we have, so we may not even be aware that this is what's actually running us to do anything and everything that we can, and to try to make ourselves as successful as possible, to have, all of the relationships, all of the businesses, all of the everything going all the time. So there's often underlying this fear that if I stop what I'm doing, if I stop, working so hard, if I stop pushing, if I stop efforting and making sure things are going in the direction that I want, if I stop giving all the time of my energy to all of the different relationships and all the businesses and all of the different things, if I stop that, then things are going to crumble. Things are going to fall apart. My husband's probably going to leave me. My kids won't care for me because I have nothing to offer them. I'll get fired or blah, blah, blah. It goes on and on. So that really boils down to this fear of us not being good enough just as we are, and this fear of being alone. And yes, there's a fear that we won't survive unless we do, unless we achieve and push through and create, and do all of the different things that society tells us we should be doing, and we should be able to juggle them all. But I'm here to tell you it's simply not true. A few months ago, I realized that I was running on empty. And even though self-care was something that I had taken on into my life and what I teach, I needed to step it up in an even bigger way for how much energy I was giving out. I needed to receive more. I need to fill myself up more. Sleep, the right nutrition, exercise, things like that. There has to be more coming in of that, more balance than just what you're putting out, to create health and true wealth. And so I had to slow down and to a pace that felt like I'm doing nothing, that my business could fall apart, that I won't have money, that I'm not putting as much time into all my relationships, etc., etc. And what I've actually found is it's the opposite. My business is flourishing, although I'm working a lot less. My relationships are getting richer, even though I'm not expending as much energy. And a lot of that energy that we expend in our life comes from the mental energy of, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, or I need to call this person, I need to blah, 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 that thing that goes on in your head. So, when I really slow down and allow myself to just kind of release it all and go, okay, well, I'm gonna put my health first, my nurturance, and fill my tank up first. There's income streams coming into me that weren't before, and I really haven't had to work for it. The feminine energy, which is not the energy we're taught to be in. We're taught to be in the masculine only in society, which is go, 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 do, 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 think, 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 achieve, achieve, achieve. Which, by the way, is not bad, is not wrong, is wonderful, but there requires this balance. And the feminine energy is so much more about attracting and receiving, magnetizing. And so when you give yourself energy instead of expending it out everywhere from this place of fear and lack, then you actually start to magnetize what you desire to you, and you magnetize and fill your cup up with this life force energy, this chi, this prana, that then you feel more balanced and centered and creative and overflowing and able to more clearly make decisions, more clearly see, this is where I want to put my energy. Oh, I was putting my energy here and here and here. I was scattering it around, but actually, now that I've reined my energy in, I see where it's really, where I really want to put it, where it's really important to me. I'm much clearer on my values because I have taken this time to be still and clear and centered and balance myself. And this balance is not just a spiritual or emotional balance, but not just a concept, but actually balance within our bodies, in our hormones. Because for women, our hormones dictate our life, and if we're out of balance in mind, body, or spirit, then they all affect each other. They're all related, and that's going to affect our finances, our family, our sex life, our relationship to our own body, etc., etc. So our peace of mind. So when you put your health first, when you put your commitment on the top of the list to center and balance yourself and take care of yourself and rein your energy in, I promise you amazing things can happen. And I promise you, anything that falls apart, that dissipates or goes away from your life, if you slow down and gift yourself this, you don't need. You truly do not need it. And you will feel more abundant and more filled up and more stable and more connected in yourself and in your relationships than scattering around and thinking that you have to do and do and do. So one beautiful way to get balanced and centered in your mind, body, and spirit is spend time in nature. The woman's body and our body in general represents the earth, represents Mother Earth and nature, and she feeds us. She feeds us. It's the same way we exhale out carbon dioxide, which is an energy we don't need, and we take in this oxygen, which we do need, this life force from nature. So when you spend time in nature, you're actually balancing your whole system. And just sitting in nature and silence and witnessing your thoughts, noticing if you feel impatient or bored or frustrated or thinking about what you should be doing, witnessing that and breathing that in, and just sending yourself or saying out loud this message that I am present with you, my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, my body, my spirit. I'm present, I'm here, I'm listening. I have space for you. I want to hear you. What messages do you have for me? I'm here, I'm present, I'm listening. So sending that message when you notice you might be spiraling in thought or having emotions that feel uncomfortable, breathe them in and send that message. I'm present, I'm here, I'm listening. I want to know you. And laying on the earth is a really grounding, centering, balancing experience also. I was just lying on this rock behind me before, just like completely sprawled out, and it just washed away, like evaporated all of the stressful thoughts and tension in my body. And I felt inspired to make this video for you. So I am sending you so much love, and please reach out if you do have any questions or want to dive deeper into this journey of balancing and centering yourself. Much love.